20 years is a long time to sustain a nonprofit organization, and the Bolsa Chica Land Trust has done just that. We're here at the Waterfront Beach Resort celebrating the legacy and the fact that they have changed the California landscape forever. The ambitious and bold endeavors of the Bolsa Chica Land Trust were first organized by Flossie Horrigan with 12 others in 1992.
There were some of us that thought that the plan for Bolsa Chica to build up to 4,000 houses and roads across the wetlands and jetties out in the ocean was really not the best for Bolsa Chica. And so we thought, well, let's just see if we can find any more like-minded people in the city that would be interested. And if not, at least get those people that do organize locally in the room to help us strategize on how to do this if we were to move forward.
And the direction became obvious. Save the Bolsa Chica from development, and the saga began for the Bolsa Chica.
Well, the most challenging part was probably watching the Board of Supervisors approve a plan for 4,000 houses at Bolsa Chica and then have the Coastal Commission turn around and do the same thing. But the membership of the Land Trust stepped up. We were able to hire attorneys, and we ended up actually having to sue the Coastal Commission, and we won. So the Coastal Act was upheld, and now there will only, instead of 4,884 houses at Bolsa Chica, there are only going to be about 300.
As time marched on, the punches flew. Between developers, the Coastal Commission, and the Bolsa Chica Land Trust, there were more lawsuits and appeals and judgments. The membership of the BCLT began to grow larger as the issue became more heated. But it was Proposition 50 in 2000 that voters approved bond money that later was enacted by Sacramento.
A feeling of great satisfaction when the motion was made to approve the allocation of the bond money for the acquisition, the major acquisition, $60 million to purchase the Bolsa Chica Mesa area. So that was really a big highlight, and I certainly enjoyed being present and having a minor little push, if you will, to help make that happen.
Today, after saving 95% of the Bolsa Chica, completing acquisitions and restorations remains the key goal.
A lot of people think that all of Bolsa Chica has been saved, but there's still some parcels that are extraordinarily sacred to our local Native Americans and very important archaeologically up on the mesa that are threatened with development.
There's so many more things that we need to do. We need to save the ridge, we need to save Goodell property, we need to save the Shea property, and we're not going to stop until we do these things. We also have a very ambitious restoration project that's going to happen, and it's going to come online in the next year or so, and it's going to transform the lower mesa into a California native habitat that it should be.
Webcam projects that we want to do to open up the importance of the Bolsa Chica to the wider population, to how important the biological resources are at Bolsa. So we're excited about that project also.
You know, there's that old Native American Indian saying that the two best things we could give to anybody are our love and our labor. And that's what Flossie has done to this trust for so many years. Thank you for these past 20 years, and we know you'll be around to help us the additional 20 in many more regards. Thank you so much.
The historic and dramatic events of the story of the Bolsa Chica were made part of the gala evening, with many noting the political firestorm and the conservation movement it enhanced.
If we had the pyramids here, we'd be fighting to save them, and we've got something that's 5,000 years older than that, and it's just a really historic piece of the Native American California history that we have to save.
The number is 334534.
Our community owes so much to the Bolsa Chica Land Trust. Without the Bolsa Chica Land Trust, the land that has been preserved would have been paved over. Now it draws tourists from all over the United States to see birds that come from the Pacific Flyway. Children, third graders, as part of their curriculum, come, and the docents of Bolsa Chica do tours throughout the spring. It's just such a wonderful treasure in our community, and we owe the Bolsa Chica Land Trust so much.
I got 300 now, can I get 350? 300 now, can I get 350? Got 300 going once, can I get 350?
And Bolsa Chica Land Trust added that extra thrust, and they've continued it and worked really hard. They worked to try to get the rest of the wetlands around the lower area, and they've also restored the Mesa, the Bolsa Chica Stewards. So it's a wonderful organization, and their events are always just a lot of fun, and I'm very happy to be here 20 years after they started, and they've done a wonderful job.
Another longtime member of the community knows the significance of battling along the coast.
We just love what they've done in this past 20 years. We've been around for a while too, so we've seen them as brothers and sisters and friends of the ocean to really just keep that fight up and making things happen.
The Bolsa Chica Land Trust started in a living room 20 years ago and has since grown to over 6,000 members. But the challenges still remain for them: fundraising, increasing volunteership, and protecting the ecological and archaeological heritage that makes this area so unique. For Surf City Highlights, this is Megan Douglas.